Hello, what's going on, guys? Listen, got the POTENSIC D60. It's been out for a while. It's a fun drone. It's okay as far as flyability. But we're gonna go over that here real quick, and I'll show you why. Because what I was trying to do, I'm over here hanging out in my workshop, and I try to record the audio with it through my Samsung, which it's a good phone. It's all right. I mean, I was an Apple user. I mean, I love everything. It's technology, so I've tried them all. But this Potensic D60, it's I don't know if you guys remember, if you're inexperienced or not, but if you know anybody that's had one, you'll know the way it flies. The 501 Hubsan S or SS, depending on which one, they're a little bit jerky on the sticks until you get really used to it. Even if you are used to it, though, it'll jerk. It's not really like nothing comparable to anything that's more expensive. But this here, I'm sorry it's taking so long. I'll probably edit this part out with the video. But I'm just wanted to see what it looks like in a screen record in low lighting, and showing you how it flies. And I've got a few subscribers. I've been flying drones for, like a lot of people, for at least almost 4.5 years now. I have the Mavics. I have the other stuff. My next one I want is a Skydio or an Autel. I have the Mini. Did the Mini thing, the Platinums, all that, and I really am satisfied with the Spark still, other than the flight time, which is the major complaint. The Spark is amazing. So, but this Potensic D60, this is completely raw footage. I've not edited it. I've not touched it. I've not done anything to it. I just want you guys to see, if you see it on sale. I bought this thing for $60, which is not too bad for a GPS brushless motor drone. Now I think it has the 1806, which means it's basically like a Bugs 3 type motor, which is really one of the most popular drones you can get. And this thing has 3 different speeds. So on the back side of the remote, you can click it, and if you look at it, it does have a battery meter in the top right. And here in a second, which I'm not saying it's a second, but a minute, when I took off, I'll hit the record button. You can see flashing in the top right corner. And when you're in that record mode on the drone to the SD card, you can't really change the settings as far as the height, because I didn't realize I had everything set at, like, one was 30 meters, I think 50 meters, so I couldn't really go high. It would start beeping. I mean, it kind of hit a ceiling. So I had to go back and change that as I'm flying. But right here, I'm just trying to pan around. And the thing with this one, you hold the button down to pan down. You get to a certain point, and it'll pan back up automatically if you don't let go of the button. So you gotta, like, time it perfectly to know when to let go of the button, because if not, it's going to bounce back up. Same when you go up. If you go to the top of the thing, you gotta let go right before it gets to the top, or it will bump back down. So yeah, it works. Cheap. You'll probably see it go up, and it'll kind of bump back down. So you have to kind of time it and get to know the drone before you get it perfect, where you can see the horizon like you want to. Like if you're at 150 feet and you want to see the horizon, instead of having to go to 200 to get the same shot, you have to time it so you get the horizon to stop where you want to. If that makes sense to you guys. And here I'm just playing around showing off the how the camera works. Like I said, I paid $60 for this thing, and I'm gonna try and leave links down below to where, if you're interested in it. I mean, the flight time's pretty cool. I mean, you could probably get 17 minutes out of this if you wanted to, flying it easy. Probably more like 12 to 13, maybe 14, cruising around. And those lights you see in the background there, that's the ball field that I fly to a lot of times. And here I'm trying to set the parameters for the distance and the height. And I didn't cut off the recording right here. I just left it recording. So it let me change it here. So when I clicked down to the other one where it said 50, it just kept bouncing back to the front of 50, and I couldn't change it. So I put a 1 in front of it and hit done. And there's no save here. You just hit the X in the app. And Let's look, see what the, I think it's, yeah, it's POTENSIC GPS is what it says, and it's like red, black, yellow kind of app. And so I went back up, tried to take it up higher, and it started beeping again on me. So I went back in, tried to change it one more time, and so I put 100 in there. That one, it let me do it there, but when you go to the second one, it kept the little, I guess you call it the scroller thing. It would just kept bouncing to the back to the front. So I was sitting there playing with, trying to figure it out. I was like, okay, why is it doing this? So I tried to change it to 1,000. It said over limit, so I put 999, which is common among some of these slash hobby slash toy deals. So I put 250 in there. Hit done, which you'd think it'd say over limit on that because the max is 250, but it didn't. So let's see what happens. See, go back up. I can't remember one of it let me keep going. I think it was the 250. So yeah, but basically the point is, because you got to hit the stop the record. So if you're recording and trying to change the parameters, hit the stop button on the recording, go back in and change everything, and you can get it up to the max height that you want to take it to. And you can see down here I didn't go super high, just a few hundred feet. It's kind of like the Hudson. I call them the wobblers. I mean, it's a fun drone. Now, to me, if you're going to pay over, I'd say $120 for this thing as a beginner, just pass along. Just let it go. Because in today's day and age with the technology, I could get a brushless drone that'll fly smoother than this one. It's not going to last. I mean, not brushless. I'm saying a brush drone, meaning that it has non-brushless motors that'll fly better than this thing, but it won't last as long. And the battery, as far as the flight time, will be probably a little less. So for $100 you can get a brush drone that'll do everything this one can do. But the best way to compare brushless versus brushed is a incandescent bulb, meaning the one that you flip on 50-60 times and it burns out, and then an LED bulb, which you can go for like, I don't know, 600-700 times and it won't ever burn out. So brushless is more like LED, where brushed would be like a regular light bulb that burns out every 2 months. So it all depends on your level of skill and what you want to spend. But for me, this thing was fun because it was on sale, and I want to share it with you guys. I've flown this thing a few times, made a couple of videos with it, and I want to see how it did in low lighting, like I said in the beginning of this video. The main reason is a lot of people like to fly at night or at dusk to catch the golden hour, as they call it, or just because it's not so hot, or it's like one of those times where they get off work and they're like, man, I want to take this drone up just for a couple minutes, and it's kind of getting dark, especially when we're fixing to enter the fall season here in another month or two. You know, time's going to change a little bit, and so yeah, flight time on this is great, but as far as flying time and versus the low light, that's what I was trying to go for here. See what you can get with this cheap drone. This is all raw, nothing edited, and to me it's fun, but it's a little wonky on the sticks, meaning you'll try to turn one way and you let off and it'll kind of bounce back a little bit. And like if you're trying to get really good footage with this thing, great, take photos. Video, I don't know, one of those things, buyer beware, because you're not going to get great photo. You're going to get some that maybe you can watch for the average person, be like, show off to your friend, be like, dude, look at this place. But it's not going to be steady. It's not going to be exactly what you're probably hoping for in that sense. So just beware. But I'll try and leave a link down for it, and just to so you know that it's a fun quad. It's nothing to be scared to fly. I just be careful as far as, you know, watching how you, I guess would say the parameters are set, because you don't want to be set too low, then you hit return to home, because it does have return to home. It does have low voltage return to home. So hit return to home, you'll make sure that the settings are high enough to get over the trees, all that sort of stuff. But it's a real simple app, nothing hard. You can figure it out. And I know most of you guys, if you're watching this, you probably already know this. But I just kind of want to share this just for the sake of if somebody happens along this video and they're like, huh, D60, let me check it out. It's because there's not been many videos on this thing in a long time. And I'm going to end it here. This drone flew for another about almost 6 minutes. We're at 10 minutes now. So this thing, we can get 17 minutes out of this flight easily. So the battery's decent. I didn't fly it aggressive. Like I said before, maybe it'll get 12, 13 minutes if you flew it aggressive or took it to its max. But that being said, I'm going to leave a link, and I want you guys to stay safe and just know I appreciate you if you watch this for even 2 minutes. If you stayed this long, God bless you. But thank you for watching. And POTENSIC D60, I'll have a link listed below very soon. Thanks, guys. Later. Peace.